Hey guys, what are we doing here?
We're here to talk about primary succession of sand dunes, Will. How could you forget? Yeah, Will, we just went over this in the car. How do you not remember what sand dune succession is?
Well, primary succession is a process where plants colonise bare sand and improve the quality of the soil. It allows more plants to grow up in the sand dunes and eventually leads to a rich plant community.
So yeah, this is how we walk away from the beach, we climb the sand dunes, and then we get to woodland.
Oh yes, I remember now. Different animals and plants live in different areas of the sand dunes based on their adaptations to the different stages of succession.
As you can see, we are on the beach at Crymlyn Burrows SSI, where sand dune succession begins. When the waves hit the shore, sand is washed onto the land and then is picked up and moved by the wind, giving us sand dunes.
Not many plants and animals can be found on the beach because of the harsh conditions and disturbances. However, one species you can find on the beach are strandline beetles. These species are endangered in the UK and are only found on a few beaches around Gower, including Whitford Beach. They live in the driftwood, however human disturbances, such as moving and burning driftwood, have driven this species away from Crymlyn Burrows.
Guys, come over here. I found some embryo dunes. Embryo dunes are the earliest stage of sand dune succession, and they are created by sand accumulation in sheltered areas. Plant seeds are carried by strong sea winds, and some can colonise the embryo dunes. These are known as pioneer species and include grasses and lichens which can survive the harsh conditions. 4 dunes are found just behind the embryo dunes. They're a bit taller and a bit more stable. One species that is especially adapted to survive on the 4 dunes is marram grass. This grass has glossy rolled leaves which help prevent water loss. It also has dense matted root system which keeps the plant upright and draws in water from the sand, and it also stabilises the dune.
Hey Will, this yellow dune is amazing. You need to come and have a look at this. When plants decompose, the soil becomes nutrient rich and forms yellow dunes. This area has more plants which have deeper roots and stabilise the dunes even more. Here is some sea sock, but we must not pick this species as it is very rare and this is one of the only sites it can be found in the UK, so we must protect it. It was thought to be extinct from the UK, but a single plant was found at Crymlyn Burrows where it has bounced back. It can survive on sand dunes as it has fleshy leaves which prevent water loss. Oh look, a small blue butterfly. I wonder where it's going.
Oh look, a small blue butterfly. But aren't they usually found in fixed dunes and grasslands? Oh look, a fixed dune grassland! A fixed dune grassland is the next stage of succession and is more developed than the yellow dunes, as the soil is richer and plant biodiversity is at its highest. Biodiversity is enhanced by pollination from species such as mining bees that live within the sand dunes and even the small blue butterfly. Small blue butterflies are protected in the UK and are rare as the caterpillars feed on only kidney vetch, which is found on calcareous grasslands like these. Some other animals species found on fixed dunes include ants, beetles, rabbits, lizards, and snakes. Smaller bushes, such as gorse, can be found in fixed dunes. They add nitrogen to the soil, improving the soil's quality and aiding in other plants' development, and are important as they provide shelter for birds, small mammals, and reptiles. Smells like coconut. Can you hear that? It sounds like a woodland community. Guys, look what I found! The final stage of sand dune succession. In this stage, the dune scrub develops into woodland with larger trees like oak and sycamore establishing themselves and dominating the vegetation. This stage represents the climax community of the sand dune succession, which means there are no species will be moving into the area and the ecosystem is in equilibrium. So there is lower biodiversity at this stage as the vast tree coverage shades the soil and prevents new plant growth. However, the soil is the most nutrient rich. More animal species can be found in woodlands as conditions are not as harsh as on the beach, and early stages of sand dune succession. And there are more niches for animals to occupy. Animals that can be found in the woodlands include birds, small mammals, reptiles, and many different species of insects. I think I can hear a woodpecker. Not a woodpecker. Guys, what are you doing?
We were just discussing the environmental benefits of sand dunes.
Sand dune habitats host many plants and animals that cannot be found in other places because of their specialised adaptations. They also offer protection against storms and high waves, acting as a buffer between the sea and our towns and cities.
Sand dunes do a lot to protect us, but human activities can impact the process of sand dune succession. For example, Developments can disrupt the natural flow of sand and prevent sand dune formation and succession. Grazing animals for agriculture also disrupts the ecosystem.
Not all impacts are negative though. Many organisations such as the National Trust and NRW protect vulnerable plant and animal species and ensure the dune habitats don't all stabilise and become woodlands.
Well, I think this has been a very successful trip to learn about sand dune succession. So let's head off. We've got a science festival to get to.